Hello, my dear one. Don't censor yourself to accommodate ignorance and naivety. We are all graced differently. What do I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when you must decide, will you shrink to fit others' comfort zones, or will you expand to feel your calling? We live in a world where people often feel threatened by what they don't understand. Your confidence misread as arrogance, your clarity mistaken for confrontation, your uniqueness dismissed as being too much. But let me tell you, you are not too much. You are simply too aligned for those who are still learning how to honor their own light. Did you hear me? You are simply too aligned for those who are still learning how to honor their lights. Don't censor yourself to accommodate ignorance and naivety. Don't water down your wisdom because someone else hasn't tasted truth yet. And never apologize for being graced differently. We are not meant to walk the same path. All of us are not meant to walk the same path, think the same thoughts, or carry the same calling. Some of us are visionaries, some healers, some warriors, and some builders too. We are all graced differently. Each of us carries unique grace, a divine fingerprint of purpose, and it deserves to be seen, heard, and expressed in full color. When you silence yourself to make others feel safe, you do a disservice not only to your soul, but to the people whose transformation is tied to your voice, your gifts, and your presence. Yes, there will be those who misunderstand you. Yes, some will resist your growth, especially those who knew the old version of you, will come from the angle of what does she think she is? Who is she turning into? Yes, some would resist your growth, your truth, and your brilliance. But do not make yourself small just because someone else refuses to stretch. Is it your fault that many others are refusing to grow up? No. Ignorance is allowed. Naivety is proud. But truth stands. Your truth, your grace, your calling were never meant to be hidden under the weight of other people's projections. Therefore, my dear one, speak with boldness, live with depth, and walk with grace. Because when you stop censoring yourself, you give many other people permission to do the same. And that, my friends, is how we create a world where authenticity is not just admired, it is allowed. We are all graced differently. So the more we try to live like other people, the more we lose ourselves and the more our lives can't count. We are all graced differently. The reason you don't have to live like others. One of the most liberating truths you'd ever embrace is this, and take it from this young woman. We are all graced differently. We are all graced differently. And because of that, you don't have to live like anyone else. You don't have to run their race. You don't even know their destination. So where are you going? Living like they do. You don't have to run their race. You don't have to match their timeline. You don't have to desire their version of success. And that is why I always say, focus on what self-actualization means to you. Because what might mean self-actualization to somebody might mean nothing to you. But if you don't know what success means to you, you would be chasing their world. Your grace, your unique gift, calling, and capacity is not a copy and paste of someone else's. You were wired differently for a reason. Some people are called to lead in silence, others through sound. Some are built to move mountains, others to plant seeds, and both are powerful, both are valid. The moment you stop comparing and start honoring your own lane is the moment your life begins to align. Should I take that again? The very moment you stop comparing and start honoring your own lane is the moment your life begins to align. Don't let the noise of the crowd convince you that your quiet is weakness. Don't let the pace of others rush you out of your own divine timing. And don't shrink because someone else doesn't understand your process. You are not behind. You are not less. You are just graced differently. And that grace, that is your strength. Live boldly, walk freely, and own that grace. Owning your individuality, something that we are not taught, is in a world that often rewards conformity, is an act of quiet rebellion. Yes. The very moment you decide to own your individuality in this world that often rewards conformity is an act of quiet rebellion and a deep self-respect. Because many people are socialized to live like the greater percentage of people, to fit in. So once you decide not to fit in anymore, people see it as an act of quiet rebellion. Here is how you can begin to live differently and authentically, even when the world around you seems afraid of doing the same. Number one, know yourself beyond the noise. Know yourself beyond the noise. Most people are living out scripts they never wrote. Scripts passed down by family, culture, or even fear. To live authentically, you must pause and ask yourself, who am I when no one is watching? Not the pretense, not the mask, not the one that the world will celebrate and applaud. Who am I when no one is watching? When no one is watching, who are you? What do I believe, value, and desire truly? What do you believe, value, and desire truly? Spend time alone, journal, reflect. Get brutally honest with yourself because clarity is the foundation of individuality. Number two, detach from the need for approval. People may criticize what they don't understand, especially if your courage reflects their fear. People may criticize what they don't understand. They won't expect everybody to be like the same. Live bits and pieces of other people's lives so they can fit in. So the very moment you decide to attach from need of approval, it's like you are becoming something else to them. Your light is shining too brightly for them to understand. So yes, people may criticize what they don't understand, especially if your courage reflects their fear. the things they wanted to do, but they're afraid when you begin living that, it's reflecting their fear, so they would criticize. But you see, remember, you weren't born to be liked. You weren't here to be liked. You were born to be real. So the more you conform to people's expectation of you, the more you lose who you are. Stop seeking permission to be yourself. Your authenticity will cost you some connections, yes, but it will return your soul. You have no idea the dissonance between body, soul, and spirit for majority of people, because they are pretending to be some people they are not. The very moment you decide to seek permission to be yourself is when your authenticity comes alive. And this authenticity will cost you some connections. The people enjoyed you being living anyhow. Your authenticity will cost you those connections. But you see, it would return you your soul. Would you lose your soul just so you fit in and become like everybody else? No. So this is still a win. It means all those connections were not meant to be with you in the first place. Number 3, live by intention, not to imitation. Live by intention, not imitation. Truly owning your path means asking, why do I want this life? Why do I want this relationship? Why do I want this career? Does this lifestyle fulfill me or just to impress others? Am I chasing peace or performing for validation? And these are your questions. Personalize them. Why do you want this life, this lifestyle, this career, this relationship? Why do you want this? Does your lifestyle fulfill you or just impress other people? Are you chasing peace or you are performing for validation? Create a life that is aligned with your truth, not society's expectation. Create a life that's aligned with your truth, not society's expectation. Number 4, accept that standing out can feel lonely, but liberating. When you stand out, when you refuse to settle, when you refuse to fit in, it can feel lonely, but it is liberating. At first, walking your own path may feel like isolation, but over time, it becomes liberation. You would begin attracting people, opportunities, and peace that align with the real you, not your mask. And that is when life begins. Number 5, protect your energy and vision. You don't owe everybody access. Not everyone deserves a seat in your sacred space. Be intentional with who you share your journey with. Some people just want to get it, and that is okay. Brothers and sisters, in a world afraid of its own truth, you being real is revolutionary. Your authenticity lights the way for many others to find their way too. So live boldly, speak truthfully, and laugh freely, because no one else can be you. No one else can do you better than you. But as long as you're putting on that mask, living, trying to fit in, trying to live like everybody else, you lose who you are in the process. No one else can be you, and that is your super. Until I come your way again in my next video, I will watch another video from the channel, and much love and blessings for me.